This guy is a part of one of the most special shows in the history of ESPN. You would think, Stugotz, that it wouldn't be that hard in sports, in the playpen, to put a bunch of people together and have them enjoy each other's company and have fun. But Dan Orlovsky and NFL Live do a great job all the time of just losing it laughing on television, which if you watch a lot of television, you will not see. You'll see chuckle fests, fake laughter, but you will not see losing it laughter because people just enjoy being around each other. They're confident, they're relaxed, and they really do seem to appreciate one another. They'll be at the draft, but you're not doing any coverage from the draft, right? We're not going to be able to see you guys on television as part of the draft, or are we, Dan Orlovsky?
Not during the draft, no. We'll be down there, like to your point, but we will not be live part of the draft. We'll probably end up deciding to do something stupid together. I don't know, some form on social media, but we won't be live during the draft, no.
I think one of the keys to the show is that you're such a good sport of allowing all of them to drag you for weirdnesses. We have compared you to Chris Whittingham, who we believe, like you, has a fetish about showing people his weirdnesses with confidence because he doesn't mind them judged in any way at all. So what would you say, your group of colleagues would say, are the three strangest things that you have revealed about yourself that they mock you the most about?
Oh, man. For sure, like the food stuff, like the food thoughts that I have, or like the simplicity of it blows their mind. Like Marcus being from the deep South and his food interests, and Mina because of her, kind of cultural background and the different foods that she's been a part of. Laura loves to cook. So like for me, I'm just like, yo, just give me chicken and I'm fine. So definitely that.
Well, wait, before you go any further there, the plainest thing that you eat that they mock you about? I know they've mocked you about the nachos, but what would be the weirdest in the subcategory of weird eating habits? What would be the single weirdest?
Yeah, I routinely just eat plain grilled chicken, not kind of seasoned. Just give me a piece of chicken, grill it, cook it, and I'll just cube that up and eat it. So like that's the thing that they sit there and go, what are you doing? So
breast
that would probably
thigh?
be like
Please don't say breast.
Breast. All right.
Jesus.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, breast. No thigh. And we're not trying to take that much, fat on the meat. So no breast for sure.
But no sauce, no barbecue sauce, nothing. I mean, what's the matter with you?
Pepper.
I mean, an occasional dip into ketchup, but I honestly don't like
Ketchup.
That's my guy.
Yeah, ketchup.
How about
For sure.
and nachos? Is it nachos without cheese? What's the weird nacho stuff?
When I do nachos, I just do a tortilla, so chips, cheese, chicken. There's nothing else on the nachos. I don't like salsa. I don't like spice, so I don't like jalapenos.
It's dry.
Sour cream is gross. Refried beans make no sense to my mind. So like just chips, cheese, and chicken.
Just a dry nachos, what you like. It's just dry with the dry chicken and the dry cheese.
Some ketchup maybe.
And some ketchup maybe for some moisture.
It's weird though, because like when I'm around them, I will taste different foods and I'll be like, wow, like this actually is really good. But then I don't actually implement it into my life.
Does your wife think anything is particularly strange about your eating habits? Anything that she mocks more than the other things?
My wife is literally the female version of me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. So you eat the same way?
Oh, yeah. Like, Dan, my wife and I will go to a steakhouse, right? We'll both order a Caesar salad. It's annoying. People I get it. Caesar salad. We'll both order a filet. Now, she'll get it like butterflied like a hockey puck, but I'll kind of like get it cooked medium or whatnot. And then we'll get like mashed potatoes. And we eat the same thing. Or we'll go to like an Italian restaurant. She'll be like, can I get chicken parm with a light amount of sauce? I'll be like, can I get chicken parm with a light amount of sauce?
Wow.
No, we eat the same.
Orlovsky, I'm telling you, I almost divorced my wife. In fact, the marriage would have never happened. She got ketchup. I took her to a steakhouse for one of our first dates. She got ketchup with the steak. Don't tell me you go ketchup with steak. Don't tell me that, please.
I have before.
What?
Yeah, I have before. I think I don't do it as much now, but I mean, my son does it. We went to a steakhouse at Disney the other night, and my son did it, and I was like, "Have at it, dude." So,
welcome to the family.
I got no issues with it.
Are you a Heinz guy or are you like an anything ketchup guy? Because you're like very plain, so it seems like you wouldn't be specific about your ketchup.
Yeah, I'm relatively open to whatever.
God.
I mean, more often than
You're a
not,
monster.
Heinz is where they
Well,
are.
they're raising a monster. If they're a united front on plain food, they are their son.
People are going to judge him.
Their son is in for a difficult childhood of being a strange eater.
Dano, he's created in the lab.
I think I get. I do. I don't know the name of the person you talked about first, but like I love when people lose their minds over how weird I am. Like I find it fascinating that I can see like, yo, I like this food, and everyone's like, oh my gosh.
So, Dan, when you played in the locker room, was it like that as well, where your teammates always kind of making fun of your culinary decisions, or is this a new thing that's happened to you late in life?
No, I think it's a newer thing. I think the locker room like allowed me to kind of feel okay about it, though. You know, like the locker room is such a unique spot that like if you're not yourself and you don't embrace being yourself, like you're going to get exposed real quickly. So like I didn't. One of the moments in a locker room, we were all playing down in Houston. This is probably 10 or 12 years ago. It was like me, Matt Schaub, Owen Daniels, Eric Wiston, Kevin Walter. Like we were all TJ Yates. We're all this group of people that didn't have kids yet. We played golf every day type of thing. We were always together. And Kevin Walter was this receiver in the league who played for like 12 years or something. And he would order 16 egg whites every morning, 16 egg whites and turkey. And he would just shovel it into his mouth. And I looked at him one day. I was like, yo, Kev, what? Like, I'm eating French toast or something. He's like, food is nothing but fuel. So, and he looked like he ate the right way. And I looked like a melting candle. So it got to impact me a little bit with food.
Can you give us a name of a teammate that you couldn't believe the amount of food they shoveled into their face other than the one you just gave us?
I mean, plenty of them. Calvin Johnson, like Calvin, I had so many moments. One of the like pinnacle moments of my life. Calvin, I'm 6'5". Right now I'm 200 pounds. Calvin is like 6'6", 240. And we would walk into the shower after practice, towels on. And I would look at him in the mirror and he would look at me and be like, how did you get that? And I got this. And I eat like as healthy as possible. And I see you having whatever you want you wake up and have 9 pancakes. I'm eating like a yogurt. For lunch, you have like 7 pieces of fried chicken. And I'm having like a piece of grilled chicken with half a cup of water. Like how does this happen? Calvin could eat whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, and still look like he was cut out of stone.
Classic Megatron, Dano.
The second strange, weird thing that Dan Orlovsky's colleagues mock him about beyond the food is?
Probably the recent towel take that I had, like the use of my towel, which is like, again, I don't understand the big deal about it. First of all, I have 4 kids. It feels like 900 at times.
I should tell people that you said you go 30 dryings before you wash a towel.
Yeah, like I get out of the shower, I'm 10 seconds, like quick dry off, hang it up. And so like I don't take my towel and throw it in the wash, every day. Certainly it's probably like once every 2 weeks, and I probably shower twice a day on average. So once every 2-3 weeks is when my towel gets washed. They were like disgusted by it.
Doesn't it smell though? Doesn't it smell like with a moistness or no?
Mildew, a little
mildew, a little dampness? No.
No, but how? Like I've seen that comment a lot. Like, how quickly does mildew show up on a towel?
3 weeks.
Does your house have silverfish?
Silverfish?
Yeah, the little bugs that like wet towels. That would be
I don't believe so.
You should
Wait,
look into it.
You should check the towels.
So do you guys wash your towel after every single shower?
Not every single one, but a couple of washes, 5 washes, 3 washes.
Once a week. Weekend is laundry day. Sheets, towels, everything goes in there.
See, we do laundry in our house basically every day. Like we have like, so that just throwing more towels in there, my wife's going to hate me more.
I feel like the marginal cost of an extra towel in there isn't going to throw everything off, right? This doesn't change the workload. We just ask for a couple, just throw them in there.
He's environment friendly though. We mock him about
I go to
this.
these
We're doing
hotels
laundry
and they're
every
like, if you want your towel washed, throw it on the ground. If not, hanging up, let's go green. So I'm just, I'm being a part of that.
The third weirdness that they mock you about most often is?
Man. I don't know. Like I'd probably tell you Marcus, I think Marcus makes fun of how many teams I played on in the NFL consistently. Rutledge probably makes fun of how narcissistic I am a ton. And then Mina, I feel like makes fun of me running out of the end zone more than anybody right now. So,
So I guess we got to ask more questions because you don't have any. I'm guessing that if you're that plain with the food or risk averse, that this probably shows up in other parts of your personality with some of your choices, does it not? Like, are you a creature of routine in other places?
God, yeah. Yeah, I'm a creature of habit. Like before every show, I'm singing probably one of the 3 or 4 same country songs that I play all the time. Marcus gets mad at me because he doesn't like the music that I play. Yeah, I think like, they get mad at me. You know what it is? They get mad at me because during the season when we're all basically working every day, 5 a.m, I'm sending video clips out to the group chat of like, yo, we should do this in the show. And they'll all like make fun of me being like, Dan, we know you're watching tape. You don't have to send us clips every morning at 5 a.m. just to prove it to us.
You overwork, correct? You over-prepare?
100%.
You get to what percentage of the stuff that you actually have studied on the average broadcast?
5, 10%, if that.
That's
doesn't seem worth it. I got to be honest with you.
Well, but he's more.
Sounds like you're wasting a lot of time.
But he's more informed.
Focus on the 5 to 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
He's more informed than most, though. Like when he breaks down, you're looking for places to be different, right, Dan? Like you understand how difficult it is to be different.
Oh, he's great at it.
Yeah, but this is what makes him great. Orlovsky has no preordained right to have a great broadcasting job. He has to be great at broadcasting.
Exactly. I was the backup quarterback who ran out of the end zone for a team that went 0-16. Like if I think that I could just find out 10% of the information and have a job at ESPN, I'm kidding myself. So
bona fides.
I also like it's an ego thing as well. Like I love being able to go on TV and find things that other people haven't found or do things that other people haven't done. It fills my ego. It fills my competitive drive. I don't mind it either. And I told my wife this, like we were on vacation this past month or something like that. And I told her like playing sports my whole life and being in the NFL like brainwashed me because I cannot enjoy a day unless I feel like I've earned the right to enjoy a day. Wow. And I know that sounds like psychopathic, but like I have to put in the work every single day and or morning to like be able to like just enjoy the afternoon or night. I just don't think I'm wired that way.
I can relate. Yeah.
Have you been clinically diagnosed as OCD? Because my guess is your temperament has to have a lot of that in it.
Nah, I don't think so. Like, I don't feel like I'm OCD because, like, I live with this dude that played long snapper for the Lions, Don Muehlbach, for like 100 years. He had no business playing the NFL. He had the worst body ever, but he played for like 20 years. Would like pull out of his garage, shut the garage door, watch it shut, drive away, come back and like check on the garage door and stuff like that. So like he was more OCD than I am. I'm just like maniacal with that stuff. I feel like I'm going to be exposed. And honestly, like, I don't know, part of it is because in social media nowadays, if you go on television and say something wrong, you're going to get exposed. You could say an opinion that people disagree with, but if you say something incorrect and you're not ready, you're going to get absolutely exposed because of social media.
Dan, good not talking the draft with you. He is not part of ESPN's draft coverage on ESPN, but you should watch it anyway. Dan, good talking to you. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dan.